What's up? So this probably isn't the greatest looking or the greatest sounding video you will ever hear. It's not done on the best of days. Medication isn't cutting depression today. But it is a day that it has to be done so that I can keep moving forward instead of just wallowing in my own mess. Before, I would DJ to get out of this. Go out, set up my stuff in a club, drink, do whatever to excess, and forget about it. Those years are long by. Um, don't pretend not to miss them at points, but I also know the destruction that it caused over time. Kept me from doing things with and for my children, kept me from doing things with my friends. Hence, I really don't have many anymore. So, doing this is sort of forcing myself into finding a better way. Finding a way to do something besides doing nothing. Days like today, horrible. Don't want to move. Medication has only gotten the plateau to a certain point, but we'll do it anyway. Many things I want to get into. I'd love to get into movies, games, music, but for the most part, just basic bullshit. Someone else to talk to, someone else to let know what's going on with someone that deals with depression on a daily basis. On that spot where you don't know if you want to get up the next day. And finding a way to still do it, to keep going. I'm pushing 50. I think I look pretty good for half a century, and the body hasn't held up well. Take a bunch of medication, and that doesn't help with the depression either, because each of those has its own little side effect, especially the narcotics, that force the situation a little farther. I can't just get up and go do things that I used to do. 3 ruptured discs, blown knees. You kind of have to tailor your life around how your body's held up. Now, do this. Maybe I'll get lucky and find someone else that understands, or maybe it'll help someone else understand that they're not alone. There are tons of people, even my son, extremely ADHD. And he has a constant fight day in and day out controlling that side of himself. And for me, even this, sitting here building hemp jewelry for my children, anything to keep my mind off of what it wants to go to. Honestly, watching things like Pentatonics, Philharmonic, watching Philly D, love it to death. Just those few minutes out of the day help distract me from what's going on. Excuse me, the throat's a little dead. Anyway, hopefully this will be a brighter spot along the way. This is a one-day pit stop along the ride. Like to get out, show you some of the places around here, some great historic venues that no one sees anymore. I'm minutes from Harpers Ferry. I'm 90 minutes from DC and Baltimore. There's so much here that you could get out and see and do, and it's relatively inexpensive. And it sort of teaches us not to forget where we've been. I think we jump to conclusions, especially today's society, of pressing our views onto someone else and forgetting where these people have been, or how they've come to be in the situation they're in. You know, 30 years ago, I would have been the first one busting my chops for being broken and depressed and being, quote, crazy. Even when I went through college, I spent my time as a chemistry major. You know, I took a few psychology courses and didn't really understand them the way I should have. The older I get, the more that sinks in and the more it becomes socially acceptable. You know, anyway, hope you have a good day. Going to try to.